This video is for part 2 of opening preparation and will walk you through refilling the condiments. Please note that this video is for demonstration only. Gloves will be used for these tasks at Friends Coffee and Tea. As part of the opening preparation, you need to come to the condiment area to check that everything is ready for business. You need to make sure that all of these are full for the customers to use. There will be fork spoons, knives, forks, the 3 sugars here, pink sugar, yellow sugar, brown sugar, and you also need to check that the tissue tray over here has enough tissues for the customer to use. To refill the condiments, you'll need to come over to this cabinet over here to find the materials. Once you open the first door, move your finger to this, press down to this safety pin here, and open. As you can see, the brown sugar is going a little bit low, so we will need to go and refill the brown sugar. On the second layer of the cabinet, you'll find the sugars on the left side. That's the yellow sugar, the pink sugar, and you are trying to fill the brown sugar. So take the brown sugar out of the cabinet. Now, take some brown sugars and refill the condiment area. Once you have finished refilling the brown sugars, bring it back to the cabinet. As you can see, we're running a little low on the black fork spoons. So we will need to go over to the cabinet area to refill them. Here are the black fork spoons. It's at the top layer of the cabinet on the right. Grab some of the black fork spoons and move it over to refill. The last thing that we see that is running low for the customers are the napkins over here. So now we will go over to the cabinet to refill the napkins. You can find the napkins here. Take some napkins and bring it over here to refill. We want to make sure everything looks nice and neat. What's wrong with this here? We want to make sure that all the tissue papers are aligned and make sure that everything is neat. So now we're going to take out the tissues and make sure to reorganize them so that everything looks great for our customers. All right, let me demonstrate what you want to do to make sure that the tissues are all organized well. The tissue will have one side with the split end, and it will have one side with no splits. You want to make sure that all the sides with no splits are facing outside, are facing the customer on the outside. So to do that, we need to go through the tissues, and you can see that up until here, it's all together and all of the non-split ends are together facing the outside. However, here, we see that this is not aligned to here. They don't line up. So we will need to move this back. So we will need to move this back and line up everything so that it's nice and tidy. Now, you will see that here, facing outside is the split ends. So now everything from here down is tidy. But when we go look up, you can see that this layer, the ends that are facing outside are the split ends of the tissue paper. So we will need to rotate it so that the ends without the split ends are facing outside, just like the ones on the lower part. So here, we will tidy everything up, place it on top so that everything lines up to make sure that everything looks tidy. Okay, one more time with this remaining part on top. You can see that facing outside is correct. It is the side without the split ends. However, when we place it on, it looks very messy. So what we want to do is make sure that everything is lined up, place it on top, and lining everything up in one neat stack. You can see that all the ends facing outside are without the split ends. Now we can move this tidy stack into the box to present to our customers. Look at our tray here. We also need to make sure that everything on this tray here is refilled and ready for our customers to use. So we will have ice water here, and here are cups for the customers to drink the ice water with. Here we have honey, the stirs, and the lids for the coffee cups. You also have the two types of stirs here, the wooden stirs, the plastic stirs. We want to make sure that there are enough stirs at all times for the customers to use. So now we are going to refill the stirs. Come to the cabinet again and find the coffee stirs. So now you'll take out the coffee stirs and refill it for the customers to use. After you refill the stirs, make sure you bring it back to the cabinet in its original position. Make sure you place it where you first found the stirs. You can see that the coffee lids are running low. There's not enough for our customers to use. So now what we will need to do is go to the cabinet and refill the coffee lids. In the cabinet, we can find the coffee lids here. So let's bring it over to refill on the tray. Make sure everything lines up. And now that's ready for the customers to use. This video was made in collaboration with Friends Coffee and Tea at FCSN.